plans tomorrow and I am so behind on laundry that I have nothing to wear. Don't judge me. So instead of tackling the Mount Everest sized pile of washing, let's make a new outfit. Today's goal is a new pair of the Sienna Trousers by NH Patterns and the Adrienne Blouse by Friday Pattern Company. The last time I made the Adrienne Blouse, I didn't read the instructions, so the shoulder elastic was too loose and the wrists were too tight. Am I gonna read the instructions this time? No. Bread is life. Look at this. Homemade fruit bread. Apple, raisin, sultanas, cinnamon. It's got honey through it. It needs more honey. It needs to be sweeter, but I'm getting there. I'm going to perfect this recipe. I picked up this insanely luxurious sueded lyocell about 2 months ago and I've been dying to sew it. It is so soft and drapey and silky feeling. Fun fact, lyocell is actually made from wood pulp, so it is a natural fiber. We love those around here. And this sweet floral fabric was abandoned in the clearance section at Spotlight when I went in on Monday. Obviously we couldn't leave it there all alone, so it came home. And I think it's going to be perfect for the romantic flowy sleeves of the Adrienne Blouse. Fabrics are all cut. That took a while. However, it is now done. So I can move on to starting to sew these things. And I'm making fairly good time considering it's only 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I think I'm going to start with the Adrienne Blouse because being a knit, it'll sew up pretty quickly. There's not much to it.
Guys, I really need this to go well.
I have my sewing machine set up. I have the overlocker behind Willoughby. Hello, Willoughby. Say hi to your friends. Anyway, we're gonna get going. The cat nicked my bobbin. Rude.
Wow, looking at this footage is making me realize it might be time to redo the shave on my undercut again, because yikes. But moving on to the fabric, the thing I love about sewing with knits is how quick they come together. And honestly, if I wasn't such a masochist, I would probably half the amount of time this top took. But unfortunately, I really like the insides of my garments to look super neat and clean as possible once I finish sewing them. So I did double handle everything by sewing it first on my sewing machine and then going over the seams again on the overlocker to make sure those raw edges were as neat as they possibly could be.
So, hang on, the angle on this is real bad. So I'm heading out and I've only half put on clothes. I have a jumper on, but I'm still wearing PJ pants. But the toddler fell asleep, the baby's cranky, so I feel like the only solution is to take them both down the street to the park to play on the swings. So that way, hopefully, the toddler gets his second wind and the baby will calm the F down. So we're gonna go do that and I'll be back soon. My top is almost finished though, so, you know, small things.
Wow, look at you!
I grabbed onto my hair.
For the Sienna Trousers, honestly, there's not really much point in me walking you through it step by step because the pattern designer at NH Patterns has a very in-depth video tutorial for this particular pattern, and it is top-notch. Highly recommend if you are a visual learner like myself. The main thing with this particular pattern is that you construct all of the pockets before you get into the main construction of the pants. So the start of making it is quite slow and tedious, but once you get past those pockets, everything comes together pretty quickly. So it's not a super time-intensive pattern to sew once you've got the hang of it, just something to be aware of. As it was the first time that I was actually sewing with lyocell fabric, I did find, one, it's very slippery. Two, it does tend to fray a little bit, which just means you've got to be quick to finish your seams. Like, it's not terrible, it's not the worst I've worked with, it's just, The other thing I had to be careful of was that I had to pay particularly close attention to make sure that I was getting the right side of the fabric facing the right direction, if that makes sense. Because this fabric does have a right side and a wrong side, so you do have to be aware of that as you're constructing the pattern.
It's almost midnight, so I'm definitely going to regret this tomorrow when I am ridiculously tired and living on caffeine. But my pants, they look like a sheet right now. However, now that, yes, Pogie, now that the pockets are done, because the pockets are the most time-consuming part of this pattern, it should actually be pretty quick. And then the only thing I have left to do on the top is to like do the hem. But I want to do the pants before I do that, so I'll probably do that quickly in the morning. I'm gonna do my inseam, and then it's the waistband and hemming it and threading all the elastic and drawstring. It's not a lot, it is fairly easy. I'm just gonna speed through it and get it done because it's late and I am tired.
So this was the part of the night where I legitimately did speed through this and finish it off. And I went to bed at 2 a.m., which I had huge regrets about the next day. But everything is done, and now you get to see how the outfit turned out.
I did it all, I played pretend, I moved the mountains to be your friend. I wanna know if it mattered. I would have gone to war for you, I would have bent the earth in two just to get to our ever after. Something about this has changed, I wanna feel you close again. Don't let go, no, I don't want this to end. Whoa. Remember the start when you're breaking my heart again, like blood on a pen. Would it matter then when everything starts to fade? I'm back like it's yesterday. Would it all consent? Would it matter then? Would it matter then? I did it all, I pulled away.
You know, for an outfit that I threw together because I was too lazy to do laundry, I feel like this turned out so nicely. I'm obsessed. Like, how cute are these little numbat earrings? Like, they are the cutest thing I've ever seen. It was between this and possums. I think I have to go back and get the possum ones because adorable. Now, I do have to say that I should have looked at the elastic lengths when I was making this blouse originally, because these sleeves are so much nicer when the elastic is actually loose enough. They have the exact desired effect. Same with up here. This being tighter, I don't feel like my bra is at risk of showing, which is always a nice thing. We don't like that all the time. I do think the elastic around here could probably be a little bit tighter, just because if I want to, it doesn't stay up. Like, it falls down. So I might tighten it the next time I make this. I am obsessed. I went with the florals because this fabric was on clearance and it was perfect. And I've seen Ali behind the seams. She has this gorgeous one that's like white with like this cute little floral on it. I am not okay to wear white. I will stain the ever-loving crap out of it. So I felt like this yellow was close enough, but also a little bit less stain prone. The pants, like, I am obsessed. Making them in a drapier fabric as compared to the poplin that I've used when I've made this before, so nice. I like it so much better in a drapier fabric. So I think I need to get another color of the lyocell because, whew, should be comfy, should be very comfy. And we love comfort around here. It's a very successful endeavor. I am quite happy with my life choices right now. I do still have 2 baskets of laundry to do though, and a pattern to figure out for the next project, which I may be procrastinating on slightly. Something about a $2,500 dress recreation is mildly terrifying. So I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Bye.